Hello, everybody, and welcome to the season finale here of Wednesday Night Dash on Stadium Scene TV. As always, my name is Eli, and I'm so excited to be joining you guys here tonight. We have our very amazing friend Hunter Hughes in here. Hunter, want to say what's up?
How's it going?
Yes, this is going to be a good one, man. Like I said, it's the championship race at Phoenix Raceway in Avondale, Arizona. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from my house, actually. This is my home race right here, so I'm very excited for this one. The track map that we got here today, 1.02 miles at a track opened in 1964. Had a couple resurfacing. It's been resurfaced a couple times. It's been modified a couple times, and now I think the layout that they have right now is actually pretty awesome. 11-degree turns on turns 1 and 2, 9-degree turns on turns 3 and 4. Very shallow turns, actually. An 11-degree dogleg turn, which I don't know why they don't call it a turn 5, but they just wanted to keep it like an oval. I think that's probably why. 10 minutes of practice. We are on 5 minutes of qualifying right now, and 75 laps with a competition caution at lap 35. Hunter, I'm looking at the standings right now. Look at this. This is crazy talk. We got Caden McRavy barely ahead of Colton Gardner by just 5 points. And then Tyler Vickery and Eric Richardson dead even tied at 92 points for third. What do you think is going to be happening here tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. There was a bit of a dispute last week with Caden's blinking, and I'm not going to say that tempers are hot, but tempers are kind of hot. So I don't know if there's going to be a few drivers looking to maybe show their displeasures to Caden, but Caden being only 5 points ahead, he is definitely not safe.
Yeah, he's in the hot seat right now. Now, speaking of which, that protest, it was a formal protest that was filed against Caden McRavy, and it ended up coming up on the grounds of, the protest was denied on the grounds that there was no rule or precedent set in the current rule book. However, a new rule book has been set going forward. If you guys want to take a look at this rule change, we now have an excessive blinking rule change. Excessive blinking is defined as, but not limited to, the car blinks repeatedly and occurs regularly over a period of multiple laps. Multiple occurrences of the car appearing to bounce up and down or appear that the car is flying. Multiple occurrences of the car appearing to crash in the catch fence and return back to the track as if nothing happened. That's what blinking looks like. The penalties may include warning, a request to drop to the end of the line, pull off, or disconnect. If you do not heed that warning and you continue to be detrimental to the session, you may be black flagged and potentially even disqualified if you continue to ignore the warning. So something very important for drivers to look out for here tonight when we look at the standing after Caden McRavy did get that win last week while still be blinking. So yeah, Hunter, I think you're right. The tensions are definitely hot, and I'm excited to see how those tensions, play out in the actual race itself. This is the season finale, like we talked about. And so the calendar, now we have switched over to the GT3 series. Caden, are you excited? Hunter, are you excited for this?
Absolutely. I was running through in test drive. I was running through all of our tracks on our schedule, and because we're probably gonna use the fix set. And yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be amazing.
Super excited for that because I'm gonna be driving again. I only jumped in the broadcast just to try out something new, but I'm gonna be in the car again, and it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited. And all these tracks are super, super awesome. Lime Rock Park, especially, a really great track to start out with because of the fact that it's relatively short. There's a lot of opportunity for a lot of action, which is really, really fun. Now, I do want to say and give some big love to our friends over at House of Hockey. On this week's episode of House of Hockey, Breezy and Ray are discussing hockey diet extremes, ranging from Alexander Ovechkin's soda-filled water bottle to Jacob Chirchin's ancestral diet. They talk about the NHL news headlines. The Boston Bruins clinch a playoff spot with 50 wins. Patrick Kane scores his first goal as a New York Ranger. And the Philadelphia Flyers fire GM Chuck Fletcher. And the Dallas Stars score 10 goals in the game. Crazy stuff in the week of hockey. Exciting things are happening in professional women's hockey as well, as the PHF's Isabel Cup Championship will be at the Mullet Arena in partnership with the Arizona Coyotes here in Phoenix. Download the House of Hockey podcast and listen now to tune in, and listen now, or tune in to Stadium Scene TV tomorrow at 5 Eastern to watch this all new episode. That about does it for House of Hockey. And again, this is the final race of the season. Right, let's start playing. And I am super excited. We got, how many drivers here tonight? We got 7 drivers on grid. Colton Gardner making pole. Justin Nieves in second. DJ Flick in third. Tyler Vickery in fourth. Eric Richardson in fifth. Why is it the only ones that's showing for me? Interesting. That's all it's showing for me.
We got Eric Richardson in sixth, and then Tyler Lugo Vickery starting shotgun on the field as they are getting ready to come to the green flag now. One thing about Phoenix is that dog leg, which you're probably going to see them all use on lap 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the green flag is out. Colton Gardner gets a huge jump, and Gardner looks like he's
down low.
One of the only ones taking that dog leg.
I'm surprised. Look at how much of an advantage that gave him right off the rip. That was crazy.
Gardner setting himself up for a good win. He honestly just needs to get like second or third place, as long as Caden and Tyler and Eric do bad. He doesn't really need to win this one.
Yeah, I think you're probably right now. Obviously he still wants to win it just because a win always feels great. But yeah, Caden McRavy's sitting pretty far back right now. Oh, Caden McRavy actually not even connected right now. Interesting.
It looks like the little message says he connected due to upload packet loss. So it looks like oops, I just accidentally typed in the chat.
Oh,
it looks like his blinking got kicked him out on accident.
Yeah, the blinking got the best of him. Oh, no. So that means that Caden McRavy may be already out of this race before we've even effectively really started, as we're going into lap 3 right now. We're going into lap 4 as soon as these drivers come around the final corner. And with Caden McRavy being effectively out of this race, now you're right, it really is all up to Colton Gardner just to hold it down for 70 more laps and bring this thing on home with now only 6 drivers to contend with in this championship finale. Right behind Colton Gardner is a little bit of action with Justin Nieves.
Yeah, and something interesting, Tyler Lugo Vickery is now running the 7 car and not the 24.
Now, do you know why he decided to make that number change?
I have no idea.
I don't really either. It seems to be kind of out of nowhere. Maybe 7 is his lucky number, and 24 he just kind of got just for the sake of getting earlier on in the season. So maybe it's a superstition thing. Who knows?
Maybe. As we see, everyone pretty just single file right now. Everyone's probably just going to keep riding around and seeing what they got until our comp yellow.
Yeah. Now, DJ Flick is actually looking pretty solid right now. He's holding up with the pack. I know he's had some struggles throughout the season with kind of staying up with everybody here and there. But today, he's right up on it. And Eric Richardson, the man who started this season absolutely dominating, is now trailing at the back by 1.7 seconds behind Eric Richardson, 4.5 seconds behind the leader. Huge gap for Eric Richardson. So I'm kind of surprised that Eric has fallen back so far. Maybe DJ is just feeling himself here because this is his home race.
Possibly.
Speaking of home race, we got to give a shout out to Mark Vickers, who is not able to attend tonight because he's attending to his new baby. However, DJ just attends to the wall. It's a little bit of a tap in the middle of turn 2. But yeah, Mark Vickers, congratulations to him. New dad. I've heard there's some superstition behind racing at Phoenix and somebody having to miss due to having a child.
Yeah, I think I don't want to get this wrong because I'm going to look really bad, but I think season 3 in our trucks, we had our closer at Phoenix, and I'm pretty sure one of our drivers had to miss that due to a child. I think it was Eric Richardson.
Yeah, it was Eric. Yep, which is pretty funny, the superstition of Phoenix Raceway. So if any of you guys in the chat want to become parents, just go join a league and race Phoenix Raceway. It works every time.
Yeah. Now, there's something interesting here.
Yes.
Just jump in. If Tyler Vickery wins this race, he will be our champion. Actually, no, I still think I don't know how close it would still be really close, but I think Colton Gardner might still have it if he finishes second. Yeah, math real quick, but
Yes, he would. He has a 12-point advantage right now. So that means Tyler Vickery would have to do better than just first and Colton Gardner in second. I think if Colton gets third and Tyler gets the win, then Tyler would win this thing. But otherwise, it's Colton Gardner who just needs to get first or second. And he's got the thing down.
yes.
And right now, it's looking like a pretty solid shot for that because he's still holding down the lead since the flags have dropped. He's looked pretty much untouchable.
Yeah, and this is a track. These 1.5-mile tracks, kind of like Kansas last week and Phoenix this week. They are super tire heavy. Kansas last week though, had the progressive banking. I'm pretty sure it's what it's called, where the outside line was way banked higher than the low line, so you saw drivers running the top. This track is the complete opposite. It's way shallower, so that yellow line is your friend.
Yes, that's a good point. Oh, also, I was wrong. I'm bad at maths. Colton has to come fourth or lower. Yeah, and obviously, we have to account in for bonus points as well, but it's fourth because fourth gets you 12 points and first place gets you 25. Third place gets you 15. So, since there's a 12-point gap between Colton and Tyler, Colton would have to come fourth place and Tyler would have to win for Tyler to win the championship at this rate. Not including bonus points.
Yeah, as we see right now, the 82 and the 7 getting pretty close together. I think the 7 is falling off just a tad bit, going below that yellow line. Pretty much every lap just eats away at your tires.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing.
Yeah, he's pulling so much mechanical grip when you go down that dog leg. You're right. It is definitely eating those tires. Now, he's I think this first stint is the time to do it because your first stint is 35 laps. Your second stint is about 37 because it's not an even competition caution on the halfway point. So it's better to do it now than later. That's something I noticed about the math since our competition caution's at lap 35. We have 75 laps total. That means that's 40 laps after the competition caution is thrown. Usually about 3 laps behind caution. Gives you about 37 laps. Under green flag racing conditions after that competition caution. And Justin Nieves is really holding himself down on the outside. I think he's trying to find his way through, but I think he's also not trying to push too hard to just kind of let the race come to himself, which is pretty smart.
Is looking at the back of the pack, we're seeing a bit of a rebound. We're seeing the 13 working his way on that 88 car. So he started pretty slow and in the back, but I think he's finding his groove as the race goes on.
Yeah, I definitely think he is. I think maybe DJ also slightly fell off from the pack, which allowed Eric to catch up. These two are obviously great friends, so it's always fun to see them battle on track. I do think Eric's car choice today, the color, is very unique. I've never seen him run this lime green car that he's running today. Have you seen that before?
Yeah, but I kind of like it though. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty. The Roggle Nation, or is it Rogue Nation? It's Rogue Nation. Wow. Oh, that's dyslexia in a nutshell right there for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is funny.
As the 82 is now clear of the 7, he made his way around and is now gonna set his sights on that 40 car.
Oh.
The 40 car has gotten quite a gap on the rest of the field. He's been
flying.
Set his car in cruise control and just driving.
Yeah, he's definitely moving pretty fast. I think Justin did the smart thing to kind of wait for Tyler to start to fall off a little bit on those tires. I also think that when it comes to the mental game, I think this first stint, if Colton Gardner can put up a big enough gap to the point that it's just such a huge thing that, like, if there wasn't a competition caution, I think that's mentally going to degrade his competitors in the best way and allow him to kind of cruise away with this thing after the competition caution flies. So I personally think that's the strategy he should be looking for right now, is just to fly as fast as he can. Tyler Vickery, though,
Yeah.
really dropping back. What's going on here?
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he dropped back big time.
I saw him talking, but I didn't know what he was saying. Let me go back and see if he got loose or something, or if he. Oh yeah, he actually got into the wall with
Oh,
the 8 car.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
watching this right. Oh, goes underneath the apron. Gets
yeah, he
swirled up.
got loose
Ooh, that's a
trying to
big
go into
hit.
the apron and collected the 8 car.
Yep, that's tough. He rejoined the track safe and fair. After that collision, obviously he gets back on track just fine. But that 8 car is now sitting in third, with a pretty damaged nose. So
Yeah,
I wonder how much repairs it's gonna have he's gonna have once he gets into pits. There's no fast repairs, are there?
I
There's
think
one
it's
fast
unlimited
repairs.
fast
That's
repair.
unlimited fast repair. Yes, it's the other way around. So when he goes in the pits, he'll get that thing fixed. But I know he's not gonna want to go in until he needs those tires and the fuel up. So he'll wait possibly can here. Right now,
Yeah, and
go ahead.
I was just say while we have time, I don't know if iRacing has updated yet, but I know in real life, they raced at Phoenix last week, and they were trying a brand new, really small spoiler on the next gen cars. So I don't know if for like mile and a half. And I guess Phoenix is technically a short track. I think it qualifies as a short track because I think it's 1.2.
It's 1.04 actually. Fun fact.
1.04, yeah.
Yes,
So it
it's a
technically
tiny track,
qualifies
yeah.
as a short track.
Which is crazy to me. Oh, Colton Gardner goes a little bit into the wall. Just kind of overextending himself into turn 2, excuse me. Yeah, that's a really good question. Now, if it was a short track, though, then I don't think they would be using the small spoiler. They'd be using the bigger one, right?
I'm not
Or is it the other
sure
way
because
around?
that was the problem last year with the introduction of the next gen cars. Is all of the short ovals were like the cars were too grippy. They were like stuck to the track, so there was not really any passing opportunities. Everyone just kind of ran in a train the whole time. So NASCAR has tried to change things up to make the cars harder to drive at short tracks.
I love those kinds
So
of
the
regulations.
competition is better.
Yeah, those kinds of regulations where they just say, hey, drivers, we're going to make your life harder. I love those. Those are my favorites. And I think that's probably smart for them to decrease the aerodynamics of these cars because though they are, relatively difficult to drive, once you get into a groove with them, especially on those shorter tracks like you mentioned, it's pretty hard to get them unstuck. So I think that's pretty smart of them to do that. Now, I don't think iRacing has done that update. I think in iRacing, the cars are just always relatively unstable. So I don't know if iRacing will even need to do that update. But I'd be curious to see if they end up doing it. It's a very good observation. Well, speaking of an observation that I think is important, let's take a look at the 88 car, Mr. DJ Fluck. He's sitting in the back right now, just behind Tyler Vickery. That is crazy that Tyler Vickery has fallen all the way back into 5th place. That mistake where he went down underneath the apron, got loose, and crashed in the 8 car has really, really done him in. Now he's sitting so far back, it's going to be really hard for him to recover this race. Do you see him recovering after this competition caution?
I think so. I think because I think Tyler Vickery is good at doing that. Like I said, like he started this race shotgun on the pole, or the opposite of the pole. He started last.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to bounce back pretty well. I think he's going to need to do it fast though.
Yeah.
Because as these cars get spread out and everyone kind of equalizes, then it's harder to pass and it's harder to move around. And it's kind of interesting. Tyler's kind of in the exact same situation he was last week, where he started off really strong and then fell off, and he's kind of just praying for this stage to be over.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
So he can get repaired and get some fresh tires.
Yeah, and well, that stage is going to be over in just about 6 laps time as they're These two back guys are coming around the start-finish line right now, starting lap 30. And hey, look at that! Tyler Vickery gets passed up actually by DJ Fluke. Nice move down low from DJ. Catching Tyler sleeping. So now Tyler's sitting in the very back. He's got a lot of work to do to catch up to this thing. He's going to go way underneath the apron.
No, it looks like he's going to short pit.
Oh.
Tyler Vickery's going down pit road. He might pull off the short pit strategy. Let's see if this pays off. I think it might be too early, though. Because there's Colton Gardner coming around right now. Let me actually go to the blimp camera. So you see Tyler still trying to get into a spot. As Colton goes around. I don't think this was the right call, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably thinking, like, hey, when the competition caution comes out, I'll be able to stay ahead. He's out now, so I am very curious as to
you let me know when you cross for 35.
Yeah,
what he's thinking.
I don't think that worked at all because he is a lap down at the moment.
Yes.
And he's gonna get lucky dog when the rest of the field pits normally.
That's a good point.
So then he's just gonna start at the tail end of the field regardless with 4 lap older tires.
I think part of that though depends where the caution car comes out, because if Tyler can start kind of chipping his way through right now, again his tires are gonna be shredded to pieces by the end of this session. Maybe he's just kind of jumping the gun and making a bit of a silly move, desperate move, because he is in a desperate situation if he wants to win this championship.
Yeah, the only way this can work is if he somehow manages to get all the way around and pass Colton Gardner to get his lap back, and I just don't see that happening.
And like, what do you gain from doing that? Because you're just going to be destroying your tires in the process.
Yeah, I learned from that Pocono. But I also pit with...
That was a brave move.
I also pit with 2 laps until the stage end rather than 5.
Yeah. Which, here's
so I cut it closer, but it still worked out because I didn't lose a lap.
Yeah. Yeah.
But him losing a lap...
I was going to say, speaking of competition caution, it's out now. I just want to let everybody know. But yeah, you're right. He did lose a lap. This is a very interesting strategy call. We'll see how well this works out for him, but I think I'm kind of on your boat, not super hopeful that it's going to work out for him.
Yeah, because he's automatically going to be the lucky dog car.
Yep.
So he can't really flip the whole field, kind of like how I did where I was able to restart on the lead. He's just going to restart at the tail end of the field. That's the thing about lucky dog rules is you can get your lap back, but you have to start at the tail end of the field.
Yep. Now, what I'm wondering is he doing this just so he can get a crazy jump start on everybody, and to start get the restart going with a ton of speed? So he'll start from maybe a couple hundred feet back, but he'll be going at the start finish line when everybody else gets the green flag with an extra 30-40 mile an hour speed advantage, and just try to fly by them all. I mean, that's like the only thing I can think of. Good old shake and bake, right? But I don't know, man. That's hyper risky for a relatively low payout.
Yeah. That just reminds me of what Kyle Busch did in 2011 Daytona. One of the first races that I watched as a kid that made me become a Kyle Busch fan. But yeah, he did that at I think it was the Daytona dual race. He did that exact thing where he just hit the gas pedal and he went from the tail end of the field and he went up to like 4th place in a field of like 40. So it can work. Yeah, if it works, it'll work, but I personally don't think that was a really smart move for Tyler to do. So I guess the points battle now.
Hey, wait. How's it going in again?
Yeah, that's what I think that was his best play to try and scrap anything was to pit again. Because now he's going to be on equal tires with everyone else and he's not going to lose a lap. Unless the only thing that I can think of why he pit, if he had like a meatball flag and he had to pit.
Maybe.
But other than that, I don't see a reason for him pitting.
Now, the meatball would have only come out with degradation of damage because he had gotten the damage a little while before, when he pit. So
Yeah.
it would have to be his car degrading over time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's possible. It's definitely possible that's what happened. We can never know because we aren't shown the meatballs, unfortunately. I wish we would be. But that's definitely a logical possibility, a very realistic possibility.
Yeah,
So,
we'll see. So now,
with that lucky dog wave run, he's gonna get to go around right about now, isn't he?
yeah, he should be on the lead lap now.
What the heck?
Oh, he's pitting again. Is he retiring? Do you think? Well, I feel like if he's retiring, he would just stop. Interesting.
What?
I don't know how many laps they have until they're green. So they're still single file. So they still have at least 2 laps.
Yeah.
As they're going double file now, so it's going to be green next time by.
What the heck is going on?
It's taking tires again. This will be
one more run.
This will be interesting.
He really just wants those fresher tires.
As we see the pace car is on pit road now. As we see him 2 by 2.
Yep. So I'm gonna watch the restart of the leaders rather than what Tyler Vickery's doing. But I'm watching that track map, watching him come up. He's coming up quick. Hold on a second.
Quick.
He needs to pace
He's
himself.
coming up very fast.
He needs to pace himself. He will get that lucky dog, but he's gonna have this huge pack of people to clear.
He's coming.
Oh my gosh.
Is it gonna work?
Oh
no.
My gosh. No, it's not.
It's not. He was a second to.
Oh.
What a move. I mean, I
brave.
gotta applaud him for that move. Pulling
Yeah.
that out and trying to do that.
He's gonna have the pace on DJ. He gets around DJ Fluck immediately. And
Yeah,
now he's on the charge. But he's got a whole lap to undo himself. But look at the charge. Hold on a second. Look at the speed. He is flying right now. I can't even deny he's flying.
Yeah, he is on the lead lap. So every car that he passes, he is getting the position.
Yeah,
for
you're right.
it.
He is on the lead lap now, isn't he? So that being said, this may end up being a genius strategy, as he's going to have about 2 laps fresher tires than everybody.
Yeah, that is true.
That could be make or break. Hold on a second. Tyler Vickery may have just done something so bold, so brave, but very smart. He's going to be hardcore pushing right now, trying to get up to the lead as quick as he possibly can. He has to.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think he does. We still have, 30 laps to go?
Yeah.
So if he has 2 laps up, if he just kind of saves, which I don't know if Tyler will.
That's not a Tyler thing to do.
if he saves, it could be really smart for him because the tire degradation is huge at this track.
Yeah.
Because he does have the 2 lap advantage, but I don't think he needs to burn them too fast.
That's a fair point.
Well,
that's a fair point.
We'll just see.
Yeah, right.
As we still got
Eric Richardson, so he's flying. He's trying to find his way through. I can tell. It doesn't look like he's pushing super hard, but it definitely doesn't look like he's hanging back either. He's just sitting patient, waiting for it. Colton Gardner, though, still leading the race by a pretty solid margin. He's got 3/10 between him and Brian McKinney, and 2 seconds between him and the back marker at the current moment, TJ Fluck. So Colton Gardner, so far, putting it down. But remember, Colton has to get 4th or worse, and Tyler has to win.
Yeah, but you can see that Colton's not getting as far out as he did in the beginning of this race. He's not getting just to sleep through the second stage. Yeah. That 8 car is definitely putting the pressure on him.
Yeah, that's a good point. That 8 car being Mr. Brian McKinney. Brian McKinney, if we take a look at our standings right here, he is sitting currently in 5th place at 83 points. He could snap Eric Richardson and Tyler Vickery if Tyler ends up finishing really far down. Because Brian McKinney finishing in 2nd place, that would get him 18 points for this championship. And we'll put him comfy in that 3rd place spot. taking out both Eric and Tyler, actually, which is kind of crazy. Eric Richardson, though, right now, all these finishers are guaranteed to get at least 8 points. Even if Eric comes in last place, he'll still finish with 100 points, which would mean Brian McKinney would have to get second place to beat him. Just doing some quick math to be all. So, yeah, Brian McKinney. Looks like he wants that second place.
Brian McKinney, currently the fastest car on track that time by.
Yep, 28.217. Just a couple hundredths better than the rest. That's all you need, though. Colton Gardner, holding down the lead pretty confidently. But you're right, he definitely doesn't have it as easy as he did last time around. Right now, Tyler Vickery sitting in fourth, Justin Nieves in third. Tyler is chilling. He's gotten past Eric Richardson a couple laps ago. I didn't quite see it, but it looks like he got through. So now he's in fourth. He needs to put the charge on. Looks like he's actually almost getting a little bit squirrely coming out of turn 2 right there. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm kind of just watching this 8 car catch up to this 40 car, as well as the 82 is catching up to the 8. So that 8 is trying to put the pressure on the 40, but he's being pressured himself by that 82 car.
Yeah, you're right. The 82 car, Mr. Justin Nieves, he's having a pretty solid race right about now. I think Justin has been one of the more unlucky drivers of the season. You know, when the season started, I thought he was looking really hot. He was quick. We just got caught up in a couple incidents. And now as the season's gone down, he's gotten a little bit faster. And speaking of faster, he takes the dog leg just to make up a little bit of time on Brian McKinney. But Tyler Vickery also right behind, still just slowly inching towards them. He's clawing his way into this race. Justin Nieves goes down a low side here into turn 3. And now it's effectively side-by-side. It's axle to axle almost, but not quite. Justin Nieves still sits behind. And Brian McKinney takes the dog leg. Get a little bit more time. I think he's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, with this 8 and 82 car battling, the benefits of those is the 40 and the 7. The 40 is able to extend his lead, and Tyler Vickery is able to close in on these two.
Yeah, he's getting close.
So both the 40 and the 7 want them to battle more, as we see the 7 look into the outside of the 82 car.
Oh, that's brave.
Is he going to be able to make that outside lane work?
That's very brave. I think he might.
Looks like it.
It's really tight between Justin and Tyler, but Tyler, I think, right now still has the nose out in front. It might be the full edge coming out of turn 2. It's still not quite. They're still door-to-door. But just barely the run is good enough for Tyler Vickery, and now I think he's got a full car. Yeah, he does. His whole car is just ahead of Justin Nieves. If he wants to, he can close him off, but he won't. Now there it goes. There's the close off. So now let's Tyler Vickery up into third. That crazy strategy starting to pay off for him. And now he's just got 2 more cars to take out with only 22 laps to go. 23 laps to go. Tyler Vickery's got to get a move on. He's definitely getting a move on. I mean, I know we were doubting Tyler's strategy, but, you know, shame on us. We're kind of looking like fools right now.
Totally. I wasn't expecting him to pit 3 times in that cycle. So he definitely put our own socks in our own mouths on that one.
Yeah, he'll get the award for most creative pit stop strategy of the year by a long shot. Now, speaking of creative pit stop strategies, I don't expect to see pit stop strategies like this next season with the GT3 cars. How much experience do you have doing tire changes and fuel stops in GT3s?
Honestly, quite a lot. I made it all last season, so 2023 season 1. Mm-hmm. I did, I would say, probably 6 or 7 weeks worth of the official IMSA series.
Oh, nice.
And those being 45 minutes long, and on the fixed fuel setups, you have to pit once. So I was learning like how to undercut and stuff like that, because that's definitely like undercut or overcut, because that's definitely a skill that doesn't come easy to people.
No, and especially with IMSA style racing, cold tires are so difficult. on certain cars and especially at certain tracks. And so your undercuts, they don't always work.
Yeah,
Overcuts I've noticed work a lot better if there's going to be tire changes involved. If there's no tire change involved, an undercut almost always works.
yeah,
And so it's knowing the track, and that's going to be something very interesting for next season, which those of you guys who are sitting in chat, something to get excited about with GT3 racing for next season. But we're still right here on this season. We're watching Justin Nieves trying to find his way past Tyler Vickery, who's held him off now for about 6 laps. But he's under pressure.
yeah.
Big pressure.
Interesting to notice that the 7 has kind of stopped moving forward. He kind of just stalled now. So
Yeah. I was going to mention that too. Good on you for beating me to it. That I'm wondering if those super fresh tires that he got are starting to fall off. That's how hard he was pushing. It's possible.
yeah,
I really wonder what's going through his head right now. I mean, I'm sure going into this race, knowing Tyler, he did the math. He knows that that Colton has to get 4th place or worse, otherwise he's not gonna get this win in the championship. So I think Tyler now is just kind of fighting for glory, trying to get the best race result he can. Look at Justin really looking for a spot. He's bumping the wall a little bit. He's trying to make low moves. He's trying to make dives, everything he can, but so far, nothing's working for Justin Nieves. Goes down the dog leg. Yeah, Justin Nieves is fighting.
yeah. I think Tyler basically has 2nd place wrapped up with Caden not participating at all.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's any threat for 2nd place. I'm looking right now. Brian McKinney, I think, would have a threat. I'm not really sure our point standings and how many points 2nd place gets, but
2nd place gets 18.
18.
Similar to F1. So 25, 18, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1.
So yeah.
Yeah, very similar to F1. Ooh, hey, Justin Nieves. Hold on a second. I saw him tap the wall. He goes down low. Look at that. He just got Tyler Vickery sleeping.
Yeah, he just made that move look easy.
I wonder what happened to Tyler. Maybe I think he possibly tapped the wall just a little bit. Right now, Tyler's still on the now fresh attack as his defense didn't really seem to do too much to hold off Justin Nieves. Tyler said something. I don't know what he said.
Yeah, I see that too.
Let's take a look. So Tyler Vickery goes. Looks like he's going to go super wide. Oh, yeah, he taps the wall pretty hard. And just going to let Justin Nieves go through. No problem. Doesn't even have to ask for it hardly at all. Just glides on through. Tyler Vickery looking like this race is kind of crumbling for him a little bit. Now, you know, he had to get the win and Colton had to get 4th, but right now it's the complete opposite. Colton's getting the win at this moment, and Tyler's getting 4th. Tyler's going to the pits.
Tyler's going to the pits.
Is he done?
I don't know if he's going to retire or if he's going to... Well, if he retires, then that's going to shake up the points a lot. That's going to probably put Brian McKinney in that 2nd place spot. No, he might still get 3rd place. It might put Brian McKinney in 3rd place. And then Caden in 2nd, Colton as our champ leader. But he's taking tires, so it seems like he's gonna get back out there. Maybe just to scrap something and not retire.
Guarantee he gets a fast lap, even though that doesn't give you a point. As leading laps is what gives you extra points here, and Colton Gardner has definitely gotten a lot of those.
Yeah,
a lot of lap lead points.
As looking at lap times here, Colton Gardner is still cruising. He just ran a... Well, he just crossed the lines. Let's see when they update. But he just ran a 29.064, which is almost a whole 10th faster than 2nd place.
That's great.
So he is just moving.
I'm noticing
really dominant.
I'm noticing Justin Nieves is actually catching up to 3rd right now.
Yeah, he's running. Shorter. He's running about as fast lap times as our leader, only about 100th off from our leader, but
Yeah. Now, if
he's making.
he's cranking a 10th right now per lap. He's got just about 9 laps to go, and he's about half a second away. He's got a legitimate shot at stealing second place here tonight if he can continue this pace advantage over Brian McKinney. So take a look at Brian McKinney's lap times. Up at the top, Brian McKinney goes low, but Justin Nieves blocks the wall. Oh, overcooking it as we're talking about it. We commentator curse him big time. Oh, that's tough. Right behind him is the laps Tyler Vickery, who is putting down 27 seconds compared to the current leaders putting down 29-second laps.
Yeah, 20. That was our fastest lap of the race. 27.924.
He's flying. Those new tires obviously make you go so much faster. And,
yeah,
he's also on relatively low fuel, I'm sure. So he is on a tear right now, trying to outpace everybody. Think about this. You know, we got a 30-second lap. Even if Tyler was able to do 2 seconds a lap faster, it would still take him 15 laps to get up to the front just by basic maths. And not going to happen.
Yeah.
Tyler maybe just wants some action just to have a little bit of fun on this final race here of the season. There goes down low past Brian McKinney. He's going to be catching up to Colton Gardner right now, who has been so dominant for every single lap of this race so far, sitting on lap 70. And Colton Gardner is still in the lead. Doing amazing work here tonight. Looking like he will be our champion if he can keep this going for just a few more laps. And I know at the beginning of the season that wasn't exactly what Colton Gardner was expecting. But as we've come to the tail end of it, I think his form has really deserved it. What are you thinking, Hunter?
Yeah, I think Colton Gardner has been deserving of a championship for a while. Kind of ever since we started this league. Well, I joined in season 3, so I can't speak on behalf of before me being in the league. But every single season that I've been a part of with Colton Gardner, he's gotten 1 or 2 wins every season.
Yeah.
And he's always been so close to that championship spot. And it's very deserving.
Yeah, hey, there goes Tyler Vickery going to go fly down underneath him. He's going to unlap himself. And now he has the hard work of trying to unlap himself again. Yeah, Colton Gardner actually this season has the most podiums out of every driver. He's got 4 versus every other driver that has podiums has 3 or less. And if he gets the win tonight, he will get his 5th podium, his 2nd win of the season. You know, Colton's just he's been so consistent. I agree. There's a reason why he is top of the payout tracker as well, because of his consistency. He's been doing an amazing job.
Yeah. And I remember, I'm pretty sure it was season 2. The last race of season 2 was his first race in this league. I'm pretty sure. And I think he joined just to run it. He didn't compete for points. He didn't compete for anything. And I think he still got a 3rd place in his first ever appearance in this league.
So he knew that he was quick here from the start. That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I might be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's correct.
All right, I'll make sure not to write a news article about it tonight.
Yeah. Well, as we get the white flag here.
Yep. They're waving it. Last lap of the season here. It's been an amazing season here in Wednesday Night Dash. I have had an absolute blast, and I'm sure all these drivers have had an amazing time driving as well. Colton Gardner, though, obviously has had the best time out of everybody as he comes around turn 2, looking to seal a championship for himself. He's got 2 more corners and a dogleg. The dogleg's after the start-finish line, though, so 1 more corner to go. And we've got Colton Gardner is our winner and our championship winner here for Wednesday Night Dash. Congratulations to Colton Gardner. Huge, huge win for him. 2nd place is going to go to Brian McKinney. 3rd place to Justin Nieves. 4th place tonight is going to go to Eric Richardson. And 5th goes to DJ Flick. 6th to the brave, the bold, but the unlucky Tyler Lugo Vickery. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. How about that for a finish?
Yeah, that was So well deserved. I think Colton Garner led every single lap of this race.
That's a grand.
He deserved
That's a grand
this
slam.
100%.
He did not get pole position though, did he? No, he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, that's a great.
Absolute
That's a
max
grand
points.
slam finish for Colton Gardner. Wow. Pole position, led every lap, except for I don't think he got the fastest lap. I think that went to Tyler Vickery. Almost a grand slam if he would have just gotten that fastest lap. Those donuts he's doing right here, they must feel great, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He gets up on the angle. Oh yeah, doing some angle donuts. Putting them down everywhere, right next to the light up cactus.
Great season, everyone.
That was a great season. That was a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get
Thank
them
you,
into the interview room. Let's pull in Colton Gardner first things first. Started off with a bang. Well, hello, Colton. Surprise, I pulled you in here. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
I would assume so. Congratulations on your championship win.
Thank you, sir. It was a great season.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I was talking to Hunter a little bit about this. You have been the most consistently up to the top racer the whole season. That makes your 5th podium of the season, 2nd win, and an awesome way to finish off the championship. How are you feeling about your race so far tonight? Talk us through it.
I knew going into it, as long as I could just keep the car straight, I would have a good shot at the championship itself. But it took a lot of practice to be able to be that steady the whole race and knowing what the tires were doing. And this is really a lot of hard work went into this tonight. And I can't wait for the future, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, obviously only up from here now. I do want to mention, because of the fact that we were missing Caden McAravey tonight, you didn't really have anybody to fight with on even pegging. Did that help you in the mental state, or did that really make much of a difference at all?
It helped a little bit. I wish Caden could have made the show here tonight. It would have been a really, really good story. For us to fight it out head to head. And I hate his internet bugged out on him again tonight. But it's and I had Tyler out there in the field. It was it was not going to be easy going. I know that much, but I just put in a lot of practice to be able to get this far.
Now, speaking of Tyler, I was actually going to mention that when you were seeing him make this very creative pit strategy at the competition caution, what was going through your head? Were you a little worried that he was kind of outsmarting the field, or did you have enough faith in yourself that said, no, the traditional strategy will work?
Yeah, I had enough faith in myself that the traditional strategy would work. Because I feel like it's such a short track that if you were to pit under green, you get stuck a lap down. Now, he did get his lap back, but I mean, it was probably a little too late. But I mean, the tires wore out so much, I can completely understand pitting. It was really hard to hold on to it.
Yeah, and he had a little incident too with Brian McKinney, which I think severely slowed him down in that first half of the race. So I think that's part of the reason why he decided to make that early pit stop. But neither here nor there. The only way that he would have been able to win this championship is if you would have come in 4th or lower and he would have won. So you finishing anything above 4th place is a guaranteed championship win for you tonight. So congratulations. Very well deserved. And I look forward to next season. Are you pretty strong in those GT3s, or is this a new discipline for you?
It'll be a new discipline for me. I don't have a whole lot of track time in them. But yeah, it's going to be interesting next season. It's going to take a lot more practice. Ovals I'm pretty adept to, but rope turning right, it's a little difficult for me.
It definitely adds an extra level of pressure. You could go compete in the 12 hours of Sebring next week and get a lot of practice. That's for sure.
Oh, most definitely.
Well, thanks again for an amazing season. Congratulations on your championship win. It's very well deserved, and I am excited for next season for you.
Thank you. And if I could, real quick, I'd like to dedicate the race win to the pastor at my church. His name's Stephen Newman. He's the whole reason why Jiffy Lube is on the deck lid of the car. It was really cool being able to bring them on mid-season, and I want to dedicate the championship to my whole family because everybody watches and they support me. And I want to thank French Broad Fire and Rescue, Dubby, and Carolina Krakens and Jiffy Lube. Everybody, they give me enough support to want to go out and do this every Wednesday, and I can't wait to see what comes next.
Oh yeah, I think you got a bright future ahead of you, not just in this league, but in general. So I'm very excited for what's to come for you. Congratulations again, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And I see two other personalities that have jumped into the booth tonight. Is that DJ and Mr. Eric Richardson?
That is indeed. Congrats to Colton on fantastic race tonight and on the season. Well deserved.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations. Big run for you at the end. That was awesome job.
Thank y'all. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate everything that y'all do putting on this league every week. I know it can be a little stressful sometimes, and it's just really cool to be a part of it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Well, DJ, did you guys hop in here with something to say? You guys want to chit chat a little bit? I do want to say thank you also to you guys for on my own end for putting on this league. It's been an absolute pleasure and so much fun to commentate this season. I'm really excited for next season, obviously. But this one's been a blast.
Well, Eli, well, thank you. First of all, thank you for responding to our Instagram post. You came on pretty short notice at the last minute while we were, for those that don't know, we were planning on doing an IndyCar season, and then iRacing announced that they lost their license, and we had to shift, no pun intended, we had to shift very quickly and get a next-gen schedule up and running, and we didn't do great for recruiting, partly because, just how quickly things had to come together. But, we're looking to take a month off now. We're going to take some time to rest. We're going to go and hit the recruiting trail hard. And we want to get some more drivers in and have a pretty good size league next season when we get started in April.
Yeah, I think next season with the GT3 is obviously, that's my soft spot in the world of racing. So I am personally just very biasedly super excited. I know the racing in GT3s is exceptional. So get ready for a lot of carnage. I'm very, very excited. Eric, are you pretty experienced in those GT3s?
I still have a lot to learn with the whole braking and shifting. I'm kind of like Colton. I like to turn left.
Well, I think next week's Sebring 12 is a good place for you guys to get some extra practice if you want to do it. You get a lot of practice, that's for sure.
We've had a team jump in. We competed in the Daytona 24 and a couple of the other 3-hour VRS series races. So have a little bit, but still got a lot to learn.
I think you guys are going to do great. I'm excited for next season. And then speaking of the recruiting process and stuff like that, I do want to say thank you to everybody who's here in chat. And if you guys are looking to race with us next season, definitely go register with us. DJ, where's the best place for them to register?
So there's links in all our socials at FR Racing Online or frracingonline.com/WND, like Wednesday Night Dash. And the information and the registration form are on there, including a link to our Discord. So come on out. We're going to have a couple of recruiting races in April, and love to have you come and join us.
Yes, it'll be a lot of fun. And who knows, maybe I'll actually get in the driver's seat for some of those recruiting races. Have a little bit of fun with you guys.
You're more than welcome to join us.
Oh, yes. It'd be a great time. Well, y'all, before we sign off, is there anything else that you guys want to say before we cap off the season?
Yes, for official scoring purposes, did Colton lead at the stage break?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
He, in dominating fashion, led every single lap.
Yes.
Like an absolute mad lad.
It was a grand slam minus the fastest lap. Thank you, Tyler Vickery, for stealing that one at the last minute. It was a beautiful race. It was so good. Yeah, it was amazing. Very dominant. But yes, well, that is the sign off here for Wednesday Night Dash. Thank you again, everybody, for watching, and I cannot wait to see you guys in just about a month's time. April 19th, I believe, is our next race here at Lime Rock Park.
Lime Rock Park, yeah.
GT3 Sprint Series.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Everybody, thank you so much again. I cannot wait to see you guys soon. See y'all later.